board and throw it off a cliff.
What is up, guys? Dashing here for episode 804 of Community Universe Mode and edition number 66 of Supremacy, of course, the go-home edition before this Sunday's homecoming, our next roadblock on the way to the show of shows, Ascendance 9, where we now know the main event will be an Elimination Chamber match for the CMV Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. Jason Spade, only 2 weeks after winning the title at Absolution, of course, defeating Pierre Thompson, going to have to put it on the line inside of the Devil's Playground against not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 of Supremacy's very best. And one of them is a complete and total mystery. We know the other 4. Jay Young, of course, here making his way to the ring, one half of the Unified World Tag Team Champions, and the 2 men he will share the ring with here to kick off Supremacy number 66, Xander Slate and Pierre Thompson, looking for a bit of momentum heading into that chamber. And of course, later on tonight, guys, in our main event, Supremacy, the 4th known challenger for the Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship, will actually be going one-on-one with the champ himself, Jason Spade. Guys, whew, that is going to be a banger, no doubt about it. You know, Spade can't be in any sort of good mood, being forced to defend his newly won championship inside of one of the most sadistic matches, and not just CMV history, but wrestling history entirely. But the road to Ascendance 9 is a perilous one. Only the best of the best can make it to the showcase of the Immortals. And as I mentioned before, a triple threat here to kick off the show, as Jay Young, Xander Slate, and the former Undisputed World Heavyweight Champion, Pierre Thompson, vie for some all-important momentum. The last episode of Supremacy, Xander Slate and Pierre Thompson were on the same side, that huge 6-man tag team elimination match that saw the Cabinet, Jason Spade, Representative Shay Hoxton, and Jordan Nicholson wipe out Xander Slate, Bob Luger, and Pierre Thompson. A clean sweep for the Undisputed World Heavyweight Champion and his cohorts. I mean, even still, guys, you can't help but to feel for Pierre Thompson after years and years of scratching, clawing to get to the top of the mountain, to finally become Undisputed World Heavyweight Champion, and then just 2 weeks later, losing the title. A lot of haters in the CM universe that were elated to see that result. They felt validated, calling Pierre Thompson a fluke, that he doesn't deserve to hold that championship, that he's just not good enough. But Thompson swears it was an off night, and he vows that he will not be leaving that Elimination Chamber at Homecoming without the Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. It was a bump in the road. I'm sure Thompson would have appreciated a one-on-one rematch, but we don't always get what we want. Xander Slate just content to hang back and wait for his opening. Of course, he and Pierre Thompson have an incredibly long history with one another, but kind of the dark horse besides the obvious mystery opponent who we have no idea who they are. We will not find out who they are until the actual Elimination Chamber match itself at Homecoming. Jay Young, man, what an opportunity for the TV dream, earning his way into this chamber after he defeated Pierre Thompson one-on-one a few weeks ago when, of course, Thompson was still undisputed world heavyweight champion. And then a week later, he and Johnny Respawn defeated Pierre Thompson and Jason Spade in a tag team match. So Jay Young certainly more than earning his way into that chamber. His first opportunity ever at World Championship Gold. Attempts a flying maneuver of some kind out of the corner there. Didn't exactly connect. What a show we have in store. Not only that huge main event, Supremacy going one-on-one with Jason Spade. We've also got John Lipnick in action as he will go one-on-one with Johnny Respawn. Also got Xiaorong, guys, returning to in-ring action. Her first match in over 5 months, almost 6 months. Of course, she returned amazingly at Absolution, beating the hell out of Riley Van Wilson. Time to see. She still has what it takes to cut it in that wrestling ring. She is fiending to get her hands dirty. Well, the play of the day there by Pierre Thompson. Not able to get the job done against Jay Young. Slate just throwing himself at these two. Pierre Thompson, though, in for a bitter end here. One. Xander Slate taking his time there, breaking up that pin. Let's not forget the huge tag team street fight we've got on deck, as Amber Reed and Janitor will be taking on Music City. Spice Rock and Jasmine Crossings ahead of the Women's Championship match at Homecoming. Jasmine Crossings gets her opportunity. Will she be the one to dethrone Amber Reed? Pierre Thompson now with a pinfall attempt on Xander Slate. As I mentioned before, these two have a very long history with one another. More often than not, they're on opposite sides. It's a rare occurrence last episode seeing them actually working together. Competed in the very first ever 3 stages of hell match. Oh, big kick to the gut there for Xander Slate. Thompson now going to show off his power with that deadlift gut wrench suplex. Turned into a sit-out power bomb, and now the camel clutch looking to make Xander Slate humble. Slate, of course, a 2-time CMV world champion. Last time he held world championship gold, though, talking about 7, almost 8 years ago. One of the very first world champions here in CMV. And of course, Click is feeling good right now. Bob Luger with the international championship. Imagine Xander Slate leaving Homecoming as the undisputed world heavyweight champion, going into Ascendance 9. You never know, man, especially inside of that demonic structure, the Elimination Chamber. That old saying, anything can happen here in CMV, is just multiplied. Any one of those 6 individuals can leave that chamber undisputed world heavyweight champion. Even if I were a betting man, I don't know who I would possibly put my money on. Oh, nice! Slate walk slam by the OG Dirty Heel, but turns right into a spear, courtesy of Jay Young. 1, 2. Oh, man, he nearly had it, but not quite enough to get the job done. Big kick to the back seems to only piss off Slate, who's going to go in for the kill. The TV dream, though. Not able to contain the good brother, as Slate now just wails on Pierre Thompson, who's up against the ropes. Shoots the half, hooks the leg. Look for that momentum. If you're Jason Spade, defending your undisputed heavyweight championship inside of the Elimination Chamber, against 4 of Supremacy's best and a mystery opponent. What exactly is going through your mind? We know Jason Spade's not happy. what kind of game plan can you even have walking into an environment like that? Jason Spade is lucky to have previous experience inside of a chamber, but so do most of his challengers. Xander Slate has competed in many chambers. Peter Thompson has competed in many chambers. It will be a first time, though, for Jay Young. Another spear here to Xander Slate. This time he might have it. Peter Thompson, man, woo, with a millisecond to spare, breaking that up. In fact, Jay Young is the only superstar this Sunday at Homecoming to not have previous elimination chamber match experience. Of course, that mystery person, maybe they don't, but maybe they do. We have no idea. Another pinfall attempt on Slate there for Jay Young. Trying to go for a neck crank. Slate knows his way out of that one, though. Big time German suplex. Thompson not looking too hot there at ringside, and the TV dream guy, shades of his mentor Dave Turner here, the Hall of Famer, as he locks on with the Dragon Sleeper. Here, Thompson just letting it happen. Lucky that Slate didn't end up tapping out there, but Slate right into the bitter end. I think Thompson's gonna break this up. Yeah, there you go. So we can only afford Brock Lesnar for kickoff shows. Play of the day to Jay Young. Oh my God, Peter Thompson, 2.999. Jay Young has really stepped up. Oh, the sudden impact. A rare one for Peter Thompson. Not good enough, though, to keep Young down for the 3-count award. Peter Thompson, fat dub, going into Homecoming. As I was saying, though, Jay Young has really, man, stepped into the spotlight over this past month. How impressive he has been. And I'm not going to put Jay Young, even though I say he's the dark horse, certainly not going to put it past him, man. I'm not going to count him out, not going to deny him. Jay Young could very well leave Homecoming as the undisputed heavyweight champion, and I would not be surprised. Yeah, man, forget about AEW, forget about WWE, okay? Adam Cole's obviously signing on for CMV. Power elbow tie up. This fight now spills to ringside. Obviously in a triple threat, there are no countouts, no disqualifications. It's not elimination, though. First man to gain pinfall submission in the ring, and it seems like these two are teaming up on Xander Slate currently. Gotta change his name, though. Adam Coleman. Or Cole Adams. Belly-to-belly suplex attempt. Peter Thompson perhaps just a bit too thick there for Jay Young. Decides to take this fight back into the ring just as Slate begins to stir. Shoots the half. A quick pinfall attempt by Jay Young here, hoping, praying, maybe it'll be enough, but it is not. You know, obviously Jason Spade has been in the ring with Supremacy many times. He's obviously been in the ring with Peter Thompson. Recently he's had battles with Xander Slate. Has a lot of experience with most of his challengers this Sunday at Homecoming, but, you know, Jay Young would be a fresh challenge for Spade as Xander Slate is able to secure the dub off a second Slate Walk Slam to the big dog, and a huge victory for the OG Dirty Heel. Jason Spade surely watching from backstage as he prepares for the main event later on. Sees Xander Slate get this win. Will Slate becoming 3-time world champion this Sunday at Homecoming? I think that would be the, no doubt, longest gap between world championship reigns for anyone in CMV history. 7 years ago is when Xander Slate last held the world championship. Will it happen again for him this Sunday at Homecoming? And coming up next, my fine feathered friends, we've got ourselves some tag team action. Of course, it's going to be a big night for the Cabinet this Sunday at Homecoming. Not only does Jason Spade obviously defend the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship inside of that Elimination Chamber, but we know Jordan Nicholson will be getting his rematch for the International Championship, battling Bob Luger in a Falls Count Anywhere match. And it has been confirmed that Cameron Cray will be meeting Harvey Hastings one-on-one. So the Cabinet in for a big night this Sunday. Looking for momentum here tonight as Cameron Cray and Jordan Nicholson team up against Charlie Garfield and Harvey Hastings. And Garfield laid out a big challenge last episode of Supremacy, announcing that he would love nothing more than to get his hands on Cameron Cray at the Show of Shows at Ascendance 9 in a death match, challenging Cameron Cray to a death match at the Show of Shows. Obviously, Cray has yet to respond. He certainly has more in his mind right now pertaining to Harvey Hastings this Sunday at Homecoming, but Garfield going to try to perhaps coax an answer out of him here in this tag team match. And there, of course, is Representative Shay Hoxton in his, I'm sure, custom-made suit, looking dandy, if I do say so myself. And I think this might be the first pay-per-view, guys, in a very long time that Hoxton is going to miss out on. He obviously has a lot going on in the political world at the moment. And so the rest of the Cabinet going to represent come Homecoming, as they hope to walk into Ascendance 9 with championship gold still around their waists. So it's Cameron Cray and Jordan Nicholson teaming up here as they take on a scary team, no doubt about that. And Charlie Garfield and Harvey Hastings, two men with a whole lot of experience between them. Two bona fide killers. Charlie Garfield has laid out the challenge for the first ever death match in CMV history at Ascendance 9 against East End Evil Cameron Cray. And of course we know Charlie Garfield thrives in that type of environment. Didn't appreciate that L he took at the hands of Cray a few weeks ago, and it certainly seems like he's not ready to drop it. The Cabinet Hunter, looking for his pound of flesh at Ascendance. And here's a man who you can't help but to be impressed with. A man who at the start of this season, guys, was living out of the back of a van. After retiring from CMV a couple of years ago, his son, Stephon Hastings, couldn't stand any longer to see his father in such disarray, living in such a condition. Brought him back to CMV, and although it was shaky at first, man, Harvey Hastings has been on fire over the last few months, on a huge winning streak, maybe more impressive than we have seen him in a very, very long time. The former undisputed world heavyweight champion came calling for Cameron Cray last episode of Supremacy, He wants to step up his game, looking for a bigger challenge, and he has got it this Sunday at Homecoming in the form of East End Evil. Look at everyone over there staring at Charlie Garfield. He's not backing down, though. All three members of the cabinet just standing in front of him, staring daggers. He's not budging, though. So here we go, tag team action on Supremacy number 66. As the cabinets, Cameron Cray and Jordan Nicholson looking for some momentum going into Homecoming this Sunday. Cameron Cray going to start things off against Charlie Garfield. Garfield been waiting for this ever since that match a few weeks ago. We know where he really wants Cameron Cray. That's in the ring at Ascendance 9 for a death match. Cameron Cray is widely considered one of the most dangerous men in all of CMV by many in the CMV universe and in the back. Ruthless, merciless. But Charlie Garfield could be described the exact same way. Cameron Cray is not going to vocally answer the challenge. Garfield going to beat it out of him. An answer, that is, here in this tag team match. Not sure what Cray is trying to do here at the moment. Pendulum backbreaker. Not going to feel too great. Garfield trying to crawl away and make the tag. He was crawling in the wrong direction, though, and there's Cray, man. That sadistic nature just trying to bite off a freaking finger. Wouldn't be surprised, though, to see Garfield doing the exact same thing. A tag almost made there for Cray, but denied by Garfield. Tries again. Once more. Garfield has none of it. Garfield instead going to try to make a tag, and he does to Harvey Hastings, the assassin, former Special Forces in Germany. Stop and shoulder. Hastings at his age, man, has been rocking and rolling with the best of the best over these last couple of months. And what a winning streak he has been on, but it truly is going to be a whole different challenge this Sunday at Homecoming. Cameron Cray one-on-one. Harvey Hastings knows that, though. That's what he wants. That's why he targeted Cameron Cray last week. Cray going to throw him overhead with that fireman's carry. Ooh, takes him down. I thought maybe Cray possibly going for a lapel lock or a submission of some kind, but instead just going to taunt Harvey Hastings, adding insult to injury there. And there's that wicked bicycle knee connecting to the jaw of Harvey Hastings, and no rest for the wicked. Harvey Hastings dragged to the bottom of the Thames. Cameron Cray has Harvey Hastings in trouble, but Harvey able to escape. One of the very few men ever to escape the bottom of the Thames in CMV. Most of the time when Cameron Cray locks that on, gets it cinched in, you are tapping or you are passing out. Pulled back into a hurricanrana there. Harvey Hastings taking a shot at Jordan Nicholson as well, knocking him off the apron. Nicholson, who not too long ago was a double champion, the international champion and anarchy champion, now with no titles to his name, looking to reclaim, though, the international championship this Sunday at Homecoming. Falls count anywhere match against Bob Luger. Charlie Garfield taking out Nicholson, but look at this, Representative Shay Hoxton, guys, calling the attention of Harvey Hastings here. Trying to give Cameron Trey an opportunity to get back to his feet. Going after that arm. He gets Harvey Hastings locked in the bottom of the Thames again, perhaps. Oh man, another bicycle knee. Just shredding the jaw of Harvey Hastings. And now a triangle choke being attempted. Mixing it up a bit. Look at that upper body strength of Harvey Hastings. You might not think it looking at the guy. That is some serious resiliency on the part of the assassin, who now hits a sit-out powerbomb. What is Nicholson doing tonight? He's all over the place. Not even close to breaking up that pin. Luckily, though, Cameron Cray able to kick out on his own. In the confusion, Cameron Cray with a dragon screw, and he wastes no time. Oh, not going to go for the bottom of the Thames. It didn't work, so instead he goes for that package pile driver. Wow, what a counter by Harvey Hastings into a Hurricane Rana. How does someone Harvey's age move like that? Let's not forget, guys, Harvey Hastings, a submission specialist in his own right. The Anaconda Vice can be locked in anytime, anywhere, a moment's notice. That combination might be enough, though. It is not. Cameron Cray's got to make a tag to Jordan Nicholson. Harvey and his... Oh, Harvey! Anaconda Vice! Anaconda Vice! Like I said, anytime, anywhere, so suddenly, the Anaconda Vice has been locked in. But Cameron Cray, a submission expert, he studies the craft inside and out. He knows the way out of that one. Harvey, late into his 40s, one of the oldest members of the entire CMV roster. But as we've seen over the last few months, that's not stopping him. That's not holding him back. Finally, a tag is made to Jordan Nicholson, and some great teamwork by the cabinet. Oh, but now Harvey with an Anaconda Vice to Nicholson. Nicholson now caught in the Anaconda Vice, and he taps almost immediately. Nicholson, not a submission expert like Cray, unable to escape the Anaconda Vice, and a dub for Charlie Garfield and Harvey Hastings. Not a great start to the night for the cabinet. Will Jason Spade be able to turn things around in our main event when he goes one-on-one with Sarasi? Look at this counter. Brilliant by Harvey Hastings. Oh, we don't get to fully see it. And there was Cameron Cray escaping the Anaconda Vice. But unfortunately, Nicholson not able to follow suit. Charlie Garfield and Harvey Hastings working pretty well together to secure this victory. Will we see the same sight this Sunday at Homecoming? Coming up next, guys, Xiaorong returns to action. Her first match in well over 5 months, almost 6 months, since she was brutally betrayed and attacked by her former best friend and tag team partner, Riley Van Wilson. You might remember she was being wheeled out on a stretcher. Two lost a tag team match. She suffered an injury during the match. Riley Van Wilson just snapped, knocked her off the stretcher, just beat the absolute hell out of her. Xiaorong has been on the shelf ever since, but at Absolution, guys, after that amazing triple threat match between Amber Reed, Riley Van Wilson, and Jay Divine, where Amber Reed retained the women's championship, Xiaorong, after weeks and weeks and weeks of taunting Riley Van Wilson, mocking her, trying to get in her head, finally reemerged and beat the hell out of Riley Van Wilson, as she did last episode of Supremacy as well. But we have reports that Riley Van Wilson is not here tonight. Probably a good idea on her part, considering the fact that Xiaorong has been hunting her like mad. So Xiaorong able to focus here on her in-ring return. We'll see if she still has what it takes to cut it in that wrestling ring. She's certainly got a fire. She can certainly brawl, fight. Can she still wrestle? Taking on a newcomer here to CMV. We actually saw debut on Aftermath last night in a pretty competitive match against Jasmine Crossings, but in the end did take the L. Looking for a huge upset. Ruin Xiaorong's return. I don't think Xiaorong is looking to let that happen, though. The former Miss Magnificent Six has been waiting a long, long, long time for this moment. And she certainly wasn't going to let Riley Van Wilson ruin it. Made sure Riley Van Wilson would not be here tonight. But reportedly, Riley Van Wilson has said she will be on Crossfire this week. I'm sure Xiaorong has heard about that. Has vowed that there's nowhere Riley Van Wilson can run or hide, that Xiaorong will not track her down and make her pay. Unwilling to allow Riley Van Wilson to go on about her life after what she did all those months ago. Certainly a new look for Xiaorong to go along with this new attitude of hers, this new fire, as I mentioned before, in her eyes. A woman scorned. Been stewing for months and months and months, thinking about getting her payback. And it had to feel good for her to beat the hell out of Riley Van Wilson in Absolution and last episode of Supremacy. But tonight her focus has to be on Josie Jane. This is a big moment for Xiaorong, and a lot of people are paying attention. Especially in the back. No doubt Riley Van Wilson, wherever she is right now. Into the corner, Josie Jane is sent. You can obviously see a huge size discrepancy between these two. Ooh, single underhook facebuster. Not a move you see too often. And there's what I'm talking about, man. That newfound aggression that was brought out of Xiaorong by Riley Van Wilson's betrayal. Good old-fashioned chin lock slapped on now by Wrong. Nowhere for Josie Jane to go. Xiaorong easily overpowering her here. There you go. Nice escape by the rookie. Jawbreaker going to stun Xiaorong momentarily. Enough for Jane to try and close in. Forearm smash. Grabs her by the hair. Tries for a kick though. And Xiaorong going to make her pay with a back suplex. You love a rare SVR appearance. Oh God. God. Xiaorong just having her way with Double J here in this match. And very quickly showing us all that there's no ring rust on her. She's been busting her ass, rehabilitating over these last 5.5 months. She ain't just been sitting around on the couch. Looks like Xiaorong has toned up a bit as well. She looks real good. Josie Jane, though, thinking about herself and what a win here would mean for her. Grab at the back of the head face first off that top turnbuckle. Oh, God. Jane put up on the top rope. Xiaorong. Deadly intentions. Butterfly suplex from the top rope. Not even finished there, though. A cheeky stomp to the eye. I don't know how I feel about that. What did Josie James do to Xiaorong? Even with that attack at Absolution in the brawl last episode of Supremacy, there's still, I'm sure, a lot of pent-up anger in Xiaorong, and she is venting some of it here. Lifting reverse DDT and another stomp to the eye. Xiaorong has finally had enough. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Josie with some fight still left in her. Xiaorong's like, we ain't having that. Oh my God. She is not about to hit what I think she's about to hit. A vertebraker! When's the last time you saw a vertebraker, a maneuver banned in many companies, and that's gonna be enough? A maneuver, I should say, banned for good reason. Very easily, you can break your opponent's neck. Xiaorong not giving a single F, though. What a victory. Well, it does seem like Josie James is okay. She's back to her feet. Pulling that Austin Aries there, and Xiaorong letting her know, hey, no hard feelings. I don't have anything against you. Spirit. And that is Riley Van Wilson. And here's a matchup, guys, coming up next that I am very excited for, as Matthew Oxley going to go one-on-one with the international champion, Bob Luger. Non-title matchup, but we remember how Matthew Oxley made his Supremacy debut last month. That was defeating Jordan Nicholson when he was international champion in a non-title match. Will lightning strike twice for Oxley, and will he perhaps earn himself a future shot at that international championship? We're going to find out, of course, who will be international champion following Homecoming this Sunday when Jordan Nicholson gets his rematch against the Work Ethic Titan in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Things didn't go so well for Nicholson earlier tonight in that team match alongside Cameron Cray opposite Charlie Garfield and Harvey Hastings. Will Luger be able to get himself some momentum? We're going to find out here. Luger is eternal. Matthew Oxley recently been doing battle with Brett Angel. Taking a reprieve from that. Has to know what an opportunity this is, just like his Supremacy debut last month where he shocked a lot of people, man, getting that dub against Jordan Nicholson. And a lot of people already feel as though he deserves a shot at the International Championship. A win against Bob Luger, no doubt about it. He's going to get that opportunity. Well, a great dub secured earlier tonight at the top of the show by Xander Slate in that triple threat match, earning himself some momentum heading into the Chamber this Sunday at Homecoming. Well, Bob Luger, his good brother, be able to do the same for himself. We'll click leave Homecoming, guys. Decorated in championship gold. That is what Luger has predicted. The work ethic titan, now a three-time international champion. Luger, though, has even said himself, he's admitted, the International Championship and I have had a curious relationship over the years because he's won it twice before, but he's never actually defended the title. Successfully, that is. The first time he won it, he vacated it almost immediately after due to injury, and the second time he won it, his first defense was a failed one opposite who other? Shay Hoxton. That was actually, if you can believe it, over a year and a half ago at Winterfest that Bob Luger lost the International Championship to Shay Hoxton. It feels like a week ago, but man, time moves fast. Luger is hoping that he might finally be able to successfully retain the International Championship this Sunday. So here we go, Matthew Oxley, Bob Luger, one-on-one. Obviously a huge opportunity for Oxley, looking to prove that last month his win against Jordan Nicholson was no fluke. Whereas Luger, who's not had a lot of singles matches since returning, he's only had a couple, and certainly used the practice. It's not going to be an easy fight, falls count anywhere against Nicholson this Sunday. And Nicholson pinned and eliminated Bob Luger in that six-man Tornado Tag Team match last episode. Nicholson is coming for Bob Luger's head and the International Championship. Luger's got to be as ready as he can be. Nice leg drop to the back of the head there by Oxley. Now goes up to the top rope. Perfect positioning. He's going to attempt a corkscrew moonsault, which does not exactly go his way. Able to defend himself against Luger's boot there. Nice real kick of vintage Bob Luger. Now gets a jawbreaker. Staggers just a bit. Oxley throwing himself at Luger fully with that cross body. Big time Irish whip into the corner. Ricochets into an arm wrench. A second arm wrench. Ooh! Arm drag? Just call it an arm wrench. Mega arm wrench. I don't know if I would classify that as a drag. Super mega arm wrench. Oh, big time smash into the canvas. Face first. Oxley not holding back here. Short arm clothesline by the International Champion. He says you want to play like that. Here you go. Smashing Oxley face first into the mat. Karma coming around and and referee Tyson just takes his time getting into position to count that pin, only a 1 count. He had to fix his trousers. Right into a small package! Luger! Hoping to make quick work here of Matthew Oxley, but no such luck. Oxley surprised Luger there with a European uppercut. Drop kick to the knee. Jesus Christ, Luger turns inside out. And Matthew Oxley very impressed with his handiwork there. A curtsy. Luger kicks him in the face with a disrespect. DDT! Ringing the bell of Matthew Oxley. Luger could possibly be setting him up for the cross armbar there, stomping on the bicep. Elbow to the top of the head. If Oxley did his homework, though, he knows he has to avoid that. There's so many other ways Luger can defeat you as well. Got the Coney Island Cyclone, of course, Luger landing. Whoa! Inverted Frankensteiner by Oxley, who now is lining up his shot. Oxley looking to make Bob Luger go to sleep. How quickly Oxley turns things around. 1, 2. No. Luger ain't tired. He's not ready to go to bed. Telling Oxley, I'm the man. I'm the absolute legend. You ain't gonna do me dirty like that. In the corner, I think I know what Luger might be setting up for here. There ain't no party. Look at uppercut party, because an uppercut party don't stop. One after the other. Luger rallying the fans in attendance. Another one. Another one. Off the ropes. Drop kick by Luger. Certainly turning things around. Coney Island Cyclone. Oxley, though. Oxley ready for it. A key reversal for the rookie. Oh, and a bicycle kick. And now that Oxley had the upper hand, barely escaping with his life from that Coney Island Cyclone, wants to slow things down. But Luger's not having any of that. Couple of elbows set him free. Oxley now put into the corner of Luger with another dropkick attempt. Big overhand by Oxley, who shoots his shot. GTS numero dos. Could it be? 1, 2, 3. Matthew Oxley has once again defeated an international champion. Last month it was Jordan Nicholson. Now it's Bob Luger. Oxley was on one here tonight. What a dub. And no doubt, Oxley has earned himself a shot at the International Championship. The question is, though, who's going to leave homecoming with the title? Will it be Jordan Nicholson or will it be Bob Luger? Oxley has now beaten them both.
Theorizing about time travel within his own lifetime.
the show. Cause pain you'll never know. If only you could see just how lonely and how cold and frostbit I'll become. My back's against the wall when push come to shove. I just stand up and scream, fuck 'em all.
Man, it feels like these walls are closing in. This roof is caving in. Oh, it's time to raise it then. Your days are numbered like pages in my poker rhymes. Got 'em cooking, boy, this crooked mind of mine. Got 'em all shook and scared to look in my eyes. I stole that fucking clock. I took the time and I came up from behind and pretty much snuck up and butt fuck this game up. Better be careful when you bring my name up. Fuck this fame, that ain't what I came to claim. But the game ain't gonna be the same on the days that I leave it. But I swear one way or another, I'ma make these fucking haters believe it. I swear to God, won't spare the ride. I'm a man of my word, so your fucking head's better not. I'ma fuck around in this bitch and roast everybody. Sleep on me, that pillow is where your head alive. Permanently, bitches petty by. This world is my Easter egg, yeah, prepare to die. My head is swole, my confidence is up. The stage is my pedestal. I'm unstoppable, incredible. Hulk, you're trapped in my medicine ball. I can run circles around you so fast your fucking head is spin, dog. I split your cabbage and your lettuce and all.
Guys, for tonight, got a whole other challenge from the form of the Future Man. Washington has had a rough few weeks himself, guys. Losing the European Championship, failing to become a triple champion here in CMV, failing to earn a shot at the United States Championship, and more recently losing the Internet Championship as well. So Washington went from possibly being a triple champion to now having no titles to his name. Blood on his hands, but standing tall. And another timestamp collapses into this one. Big dubs for 1, 3. The action continuing, guys, up next here on Supremacy number 66, as we have got ourselves a tag team street fight on deck. Baby, it's about to get hardcore in here. And obviously, guys, we are on the road to the show of shows, the grandest stage of them all, Ascendance 9 on the horizon. There's still a couple of roadblocks in between, though. The next of which is this Sunday, Homecoming, where that woman right there, Amber Reed, is set to defend her women's championship against Jasmine Crossings, an opportunity that Crossings has been looking for since the start of the season. Amber Reed, though, after successfully retaining the Women's Championship at Absolution in that match of the year, worthy candidate, no doubt about it, against Riley Van Wilson and Jay Devine, said she is done being the hunted. So when Jasmine Crossings called her out for a shot at the Women's Championship, Amber Reed took it upon herself to respond physically last episode, jumping Jasmine Crossings before her match. And the two of them just beat the hell out of each other before they were finally pulled apart by security and referees. Jasmine Crossings saying that Music City may have failed as a team to capture the women's tag team titles a few weeks ago, but she will not fail this Sunday at Homecoming to become women's champion, something that she's been working for years. And Amber Reed, man, she's knocked down every single person in front of her. She has retained her championship against the odds time and time again, being cashed in on by Riley Van Wilson, defending in a triple threat match. Will Jazzy be the one to finally take that title from the hands of Amber Reed? As we witness for the first time ever in CMV history, a two-woman power trip after Janet Tor last week successfully becoming the new women's hardcore champion. She and Amber Reed now holding every single championship in the women's division here in CMV. debuting an impressive new look to celebrate her championship win. These two have been unstoppable together and individually. Music City may not have been ready for the challenge a few weeks ago. Have they been able to step back and properly prepare this time? As Jazzy looks for last bit of momentum before this Sunday, and Crossings has been picking up a lot of wins on Aftermath over the last few weeks. Securing those dubs, been looking real good. Crossings a legitimate threat to Amber Reed this Sunday, don't count her out. And this, guys, is a tag team street fight, meaning no tags are necessary. Tornado tag team rules apply. There are no countouts, there are no disqualifications, and falls count anywhere. The women's tag team title's not on the line. These four, you can tell, ready to beat the hell out of each other. Still to come tonight, guys, our huge can't miss main event. Sarasi and Jason Spade one-on-one. No doubt that is going to be a show stealer. There's no way. It's not even possible. The two of them don't even have to try it very hard. And I guarantee you, it is going to be match of the night. Pull him out by Tor here, just beaten down on Spice Rockets. Amber Reed tries to grind Crossings into the canvas. Hawk talking that trash here to Tor, who's just trying to get back to her feet. And here we go, spilling to ringside. Again, no countouts, no disqualifications, and falls count anywhere. Look at these kicks by Jazzy. Monkey flip by Rockwell. Already, Music City is faring a lot better than they did a few weeks ago in that women's tag team title match. I mean, they got decimated, obliterated by Amber Reed and Janet Tor in a matter of minutes. It certainly does seem like they have taken the time to more properly prepare for what they knew would be a fight more so than a match here. Spice Rock has Janet Tor all kinds of twisted up in the ring. Amber Reed going for a stomp on Crossings. Oh man, got up. And Amber Reed ready for it with that Claymore kick. No chance to see it coming, no opportunity to get out of harm's way, as now cattle mutilation being utilized by Spice Rock. Not a submission that is very common to see anymore. Switching opponents. The new women's hardcore champion now. Looking to lock down Jazzy as Spice Rock, perhaps. Hoping to hit the air raid siren. Triple threat of CMV with a complete shot. Truly out of nowhere. Tor staying on Jazzy as Amber Reed. Whoa! I thought for sure that was going to be a 3. Well, maybe Janet Tor has it here on Crossing. Yes, she does. Amber Reed and Janet Tor once again dispatching of Music City. More hard fought than last time, that's for sure, but the result is the same. Who can stop these two men? The answer might be nobody. And it is co-main event time here on Supremacy number 66. My fine feathered friends, as John Lipnick steps into the ring to take on Johnny Respawn. Now, obviously, last episode of Supremacy, John Lipnick suffered his first official loss here in CMV. Technically, he wasn't the one that was pinned. Ace Reeves got pinned. But nonetheless, John Lipnick suffered his first loss as they were challenging the Next Gen Renegades for the Unified World Tag Team title. Johnny Respawn and Jay Young certainly pulling off what many considered an upset. Everybody, or the majority, definitely saw Ace Reeves and John Lipnick becoming the new Unified World Tag Team Champions after the tear they have been on individually and together. But Johnny Respawn specifically, man, just like he showed at Absolution in the King of the Hill match, just undying. This kid does not know the meaning of the word quit. He just kept on coming back covered in blood and eventually was able to pin Ace Reeves and retain the Unified World Tag Team titles. But now Lipnick has called him out for a one-on-one match, and while Jay Young is busy with the Elimination Chamber this Sunday at Homecoming, Johnny Respawn gonna try to fight back John Lipnick all on his own. It's the first we've kind of seen Ace Reeves being in a vulnerable position ever since he and John Lipnick linked up a little over a month ago, being pinned by Johnny Respawn last episode. So now John Lipnick is sort of saying, hey, take a step back, brother. Take a deep breath. Trust me, and I will avenge that loss. John Lipnick is still undefeated one-on-one. And many of his singles matches have barely gone more than a couple of minutes. Will Johnny Respawn be another victim here tonight? Man, I bet none of you look as good as Ace Reeves in that suit, brother. This man has drip. Well, perhaps Johnny Respawn will run out of lives here tonight, going up against John Lipnick mano-a-mano, or maybe, just maybe, as he has been doing pretty consistently over the last couple of weeks, ever since that King of the Hill match at Absolution, shock us all and be the first one to defeat Lipnick one-on-one. Lipnick almost salivating as he beckons for Respawn to join him in the ring. Well, his tag team partner, Jay Young, has the opportunity of a lifetime this Sunday at Homecoming inside of the Elimination Chamber, competing for the Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship, an opportunity that Respawn had himself at Absolution in the King of the Hill match, made it to the final three before being eliminated. And so now Respawn is the one sort of taking a step back, supporting his tag team partner. But he's on his own here against Lipnick. Jay Young surely resting up after that hard-hitting triple threat match earlier tonight. Will there be any respawns left once John Lipnick is through with the video game Come to Life, our co-main event here? Of course, still to come, our main event. Can't miss as Jason Spade goes one-on-one with Supremacy. And Ace Reeves already playing his role as a cheerleader here tonight. Rooting for Lipnick. Bringing that support course, John Lipnick in there for Ace Reeves time and time again. Whether or not you believe John Lipnick might have ulterior motives, been an impressive run for Ace Reeves and John Lipnick until last episode when they ran into Next Gen Renegades. As I said before, individually and as a tag team, they were undefeated going into that title match. Ace Reeves, meanwhile, picked up that huge win against MLP at Absolution. And obviously, John Lipnick just recently made it to 10-0. Will it be 11-0 here tonight? Will Johnny Respawn indeed be the one to pull the rug out from under Mr. Lipnick? Oh, look at this already! Johnny Respawn in big trouble, dances with Lipnick. The kiss goodnight might seal Respawn's fate. 1, 2, 3. Wow! 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 Are you kidding me? How long was that? A minute and a half? Maybe 2 minutes? John Lipnick is on another level. 11-0. Dispatching of Johnny Respawn in minutes. How impressive is John Lipnick? You cannot deny him. And Respawn, he just woke up and huh? Wait a minute, it's over? Hanging his head and walking up in the back. He can scarcely believe John Lipnick just got the better of him. Maybe we should all start trusting John Lipnick, man. Of course, you know, John Lipnick's impressive and all, but he didn't last longest in this year's Royal Rumble match, so let's keep that in mind. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is time. Our main event of the evening here on Supremacy number 66. Do not turn off your phone. Do not close your laptop because this is can't miss. Jason Spade and Supremacy about to step into the ring with one another. Mano y mano. Ahead, of course, of this Sunday's Elimination Chamber match at Homecoming for the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship, where Jason Spade will put that title on the line against Supremacy, Jay Young, Xander Slate, Pierre Thompson, and a mystery competitor. If Jason Spade wants to continue down the road to Ascendance 9, he's going to have to survive the Devil's Domain if he has any hopes of walking into the shows still undisputed World Heavyweight Champion. We've definitely got to add a new Glammy Award. Who's got the most? It might be Hoxton. Hoxton might have my vote. With a suit like that, how much you think he paid for that suit? Come on. That's got to be a few grand right there. You got to look good, though, when you're the representative. And when you're walking down the ramp alongside the undisputed World Heavyweight Champion. Jason Spade and Supremacy have More history between them than can properly be recapped in only a few minutes. But more recently here in CMV, they were allies. Jason Spade, around this time, a year ago, called on Supremacy for backup in his fight against Hoxton and Chris Proudfoot, leading up to DEF CON in the historic triple threat match. Winner takes all. But the two of them have been pointing fingers at one another over the last couple weeks. Jason Spade saying, Supremacy, you changed. Supremacy saying, Jason Spade, you've changed. Xander Slate making a pretty good point, if I do say so myself, on Twitter, saying, you're both not the men you once were. And I would have to agree with that. Supremacy, as much as you can appreciate him being a great friend to Joseph Santos, sacrificing so much to give him opportunity after opportunity, Supremacy, what has he done? Passing up on an undisputed World Heavyweight Championship shot? He tried to give his spot again to Joseph Santos. At Homecoming, Santos had to tell him, no, this is your time, Supremacy. I'm Zero-G champion now. I'm good. Do something for yourself. And meanwhile, Jason Spade, obviously, working alongside Hoxton, joining the cabinet, turning against the fans. How dare he? I would never do anything like that. Never, ever. So here we go, guys. This is history in the making. And Supremacy comes right out swinging. Spade had a lot of harsh, stabbing, stinging words for Supremacy. Last episode of Supremacy. And vice versa. Although these two will be stepping into the Elimination Chamber this Sunday, maybe one of them will leave as undisputed World Heavyweight Champion. I think this is the match they've both been more looking forward to, one-on-one. Of course, Representative Shay Hoxton just has to be ringside to ruin it. Wouldn't put it past him to try and interfere here. Hopefully not. Hopefully we get a clean match between these two, but Jason Spade, he could have told Hoxton, stay in the back. I got this, but he didn't. Hoxton's out here. That just goes to show, that backs up what Supremacy was saying last week. The old Jason Spade would never need help, need backup, need to bring Hoxton down here to ringside. But of course, Hoxton, he wants to make sure his momentum stays at an all-time high going into Homecoming. He already knows the odds are against him inside of the Elimination Chamber. The cabinet got that big win last week in the six-man tag team match. Clean sweep against Flick and Pierre Thompson. Jason Spade wants to leave that chamber in one piece. Still undisputed World Heavyweight Champion, putting down Supremacy here tonight one-on-one. Getting that big old last push of momentum. Very important. Oh, cross armbar here. Gotta mention Surasi's new look, by the way. I dig the yellow. Perhaps a sign of change for Supremacy. Doing what Santos said. Finally focusing on himself for once. Ooh! Octopus stretch by Supremacy. Spade getting out of it though with a drop to hold. Supremacy landing face first on that bottom turnbuckle. Supremacy is a former Fusion Tag Team Champion, Unified World Tag Team Champion. Obviously, former Extreme Champion in NGCW. That's where he and Jason Spade share a lot of their history fighting over that championship. Never been a world champion though. Supremacy might be the kind of guy to replace Pierre Thompson on that Mount Rushmore of guys who have never held the world championship that certainly should have by now. Pierre Thompson's finally off that Mount Rushmore after winning the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. Back into this sharpshooter, and Jason Spade not having a good time. He wants to get out of that one. Punch into a front headlock. Been a lot slower between these two than I had originally expected things to start. Ooh, drop kick to the back. Gonna put Supremacy down on the middle rope as now Spade all of his weight down across the back of Supremacy's neck and head. And of course, Jason Spade, not a big guy, but that's still, you know what, 180, 190 pounds. All that weight. Oh, and he finally hits the moonsault. Now that is rare. Jason Spade connecting with the top rope moonsault. Of course, it's been a very long time since these two shared a ring with one another, where they were on opposite sides, where they were against each other. Leg drop bulldog by the boy named Supremacy, who's going to transition right into his vintage back suplex face buster. Hooks the legs. 1, 2. Oh. Jason Spade kicking out, almost sending Supremacy out of the ring. And here we go. You knew it was going to happen with Hoxton at ringside, getting involved just as Jason Spade starts to get in trouble, distracting Supremacy. That allows Spade to come up from behind. Oh, driving Supremacy neck first down onto his knee. And back up to the top, Jason Spade. Supremacy in the drop zone. Another moonsault? Oh, he got a bit cocky. He finally hit it. Jason Spade overzealous, went for it again. Second time, did not pay off. Irish whip now into the corner. Spade. Popping himself up into the air. And taking down Supremacy with a Hurricanrana. Both these guys have the ability to defy gravity. Damn, disrespect. Spade just throwing Supremacy out of the ring, nonchalant. Dodged by Supremacy. Stomp to the quad, back into the ring. Jason Spade. Not looking to let him play around. Mistake by Supremacy. Taking his eyes off of Spade and pays for it with that jumping cutter, and Spade again to the top rope. Will he go for a third moonsault? No, this time the coup de grace. Ace in the hole. The double boot stomped in the midsection. 1, 2. And Spade, though, not able to get the job done. Well, look at that. Spade knows he can't play around with Supremacy. He can't beat around the bush. Supremacy is hurting after the coup de grace. Might not have been enough to get the 3 count, but the Lanzenberg lobotomy. 1, 2, 3 certainly is. Jason Spade putting down his greatest rival with authority. And even more momentum for the undisputed world heavyweight champion going into this Sunday, homecoming, the Elimination Chamber match, where he defends his undisputed world heavyweight championship against Supremacy, Jay Young, Xander Slate, Pierre Thompson, and a mystery challenger. As you see, Supremacy obviously not happy with that loss. Maybe what Jason Spade said is true. Maybe Supremacy just isn't as good as he once was. Maybe he doesn't have what it takes. But maybe, just maybe, this Sunday at homecoming inside of the Elimination Chamber, Supremacy will prove otherwise when it matters most.